So today we're gonna go through some Reddit things, and yeah, there should be something about a dating book that I'm now going through, but I just don't want to read things today. Maybe I'm gonna switch to it a little bit later in the episode, but yeah, a little bit of an exclaim, a little bit of a thought, a very quick one. I shouldn't actually be using this thing just because I am gonna wear it tomorrow, I guess, at least. Anyway, I haven't been sleeping enough for I would actually argue 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and I don't feel really good at this point in time. I've not gotten 8 hours. Maybe I've gotten 7 hours on one day or just 6 hours and whatnot, but the last few days have not been that nice, which means I'm going to bed at around, I don't know, just 11, half past 12, something like that, and getting up at 5 a.m., 5:30, 5:20, 5:40, which means roughly 6 hours, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's actually not that of a low amount, I gotta have to say. I've had less, but maybe it's due to me then also working out way more than I did, and also being actually very serious about it. Also being a relatively low calorie diet, meaning that I, just think about the calories and think about like losing a bit of fat, and then and today I actually kind of think that I've been able to injure myself while working out very heavily with not that much energy, and I knew it before I started the workout, and also on relatively low calories. So I don't know, my shoulder is a little bit fucked. I hope that this is gonna be fine later this week. But yeah. And I also hope that I'm going to be able to sleep a bit earlier today. I have actually done everything that I wanted to do, but recording, I've been a little bit late today. I've been working out a bit more actually in the end, even though it's been like just not that of a high quality workout. And I've seen actually that I've gained weight, which is on one hand something that I enjoy. On the other hand, it is like, it's interesting. But anyway, I'm giving away my self-help book on Amazon. No, I do actually have to reload the page, I guess. Love is giving someone the power to destroy you and trusting them not to use it. I have no idea where this quote is from. I've seen it attributed to Johnny Depp, John Lennon, and even SpongeBob. If someone knows where it's from, LMK, and I'll update it. I saw this quote as a kid, and it always stuck with me as I grew older and realized that my mother had raised me as a Stoic without knowing what that was. I realized that was the reason the quote resonated with me so well, since I posted my story here about a year ago and have since been open about the situation with people asking for help. Several of you have reached out, and we've had absolutely fantastic discussions about how love meshes with Stoicism. I thought I'd kind of compile it into a post and share it with the rest of the sub, which might be actually pretty interesting. So let's have a look. And actually, I'm a little bit concerned about my fucking shoulder. It's not hurting that much, but it is like a very weird kind of thing. It's actually not that of a long thing, but anyway. Love is external like anything else. Thus, the above quote can be altered to: loving something is giving it the power to destroy you and hoping it doesn't. Epictetus says that if you choose to care about something that is outside your control, you are making yourself a slave to the one who does control it. Which is from the Enchidrion 1 and 14. When you lose something as a Stoic, you need to accept that it is temporary, flawed, and ultimately out of your control. The time to have this conversation with yourself is now. Mentally prepare yourself for losing what is that you love. Run through the situations in your head. Have a contingency plan, not because losing them is inevitable, but simply because it is possible. Otherwise, you're giving a part of yourself to someone for them to roll the dice with. And if a given person gave your body to any stranger yet he met on his way, you would certainly be angry. And do you feel no shame in handing over your own mind to be confused and mystified by anyone who happens to hurt you? And once again, Enchidrion 28. This does not mean don't love or chase externals, just like Stoicism in general doesn't mean don't care about the future. By all means, strive for your best life and live it to the fullest. Just know that in choosing to do so, you need to likewise choose to be recognized of the inherent risk and prepare yourself for the possibility that it will bite you in the ass. Everything is a choice and nothing is gained for nothing. Cheers. And I would say so as well. Actually, pretty cool post, not that long, which is good, in just this position. But I gotta have to just see if, yes, I am even recording, which is nice, which is amazing. And, but yeah, I'm not trying to be better than anyone else. I'm just trying to be better than the person I used to be, and that is all. And, it is something that I've been talking about recently quite a bit. It is a two-sided sword. On one hand, I do have to say, yeah, of course, it is a cool thing because you stop comparing yourself to anybody else just because it is an unnecessary thing and because it is probably going to make you feel worse about yourself. On the other hand, the problem about it is that sometimes we have actually gotten worse. Maybe we have gotten in worse shape. Maybe we have gotten worse in terms of our outbursts. Maybe we've gotten worse in whatever situation we are thinking about and whatnot. And then it gets difficult and then it gets fucked up and then you actually see, okay, you have worsened and it's not that motivating, at least at my point of view. Of course, for some people, it might be just incredibly motivating to just see that you've gotten worse in whatever. But I would in general say that, there is more encouraging things than knowing this and also actually kind of recognize what I wish I'd been told when I was a young woman. Very interesting. Let's see. When you're in your 20s, you do not know yourself. You're just beginning, though, to try and go ahead, fall in love, lust, and or like with whomever and whenever the mood strikes. Falling in love is easy as your expectations are non-existent at this time. You go with the flow instead of against it. Your health and youthful beauty will be at its best. Travel and do the things that you want to do, as this time may be your only chance. This is going to be a time of fun, naivety, and selfishness, and that's okay. Hold on to it and enjoy it for as long as you can, because this decade will see its beginning and its end. Who you are at 20 will not be who you are at 30. When you hit 30 during your next decade, your priorities will change or have changed. You're still young but no longer naive. Your heart has been broken and trust damaged by at least one person, maybe more. Life may have somewhat jaded you by now, and the girl you were has become a ghost of herself. Responsibilities and deadlines have taken forefront in your life, and your wants and needs are put on the back burner for now. Family starts becoming a priority, and things that didn't matter in your 20s start mattering to you. You're still open to love, but you're starting to realize that actions and professions of love go hand in hand. Just because someone confesses love doesn't mean they truly love you. That is where action comes in. As you're starting to get to know the real you, you're no longer content to just go with the flow. Yet, according to your situation, you may still choose to go with the flow to avoid disharmony or make difficult decisions. Honestly, this decade kinda sucks, and it would be nice if we could just skip it, lol. In your 40s, once again, you have changed. This is a decade where you really know yourself. You know what you want from a relationship, your career, your friends, and family, etc. This decade, you take ownership of your life. What you have feared when you were younger has probably happened to you by now. Fear of losing someone, a dissolution of important relationships, hitting rock bottom dreams, not realized failure, etc. You've been there and are strong now because of it. You're also comfortable in your own skin as well. You don't try to impress others, nor care if they accept you or not. You strive only to impress yourself and accept yourself with all your beautiful flaws. You no longer try to be a perfect person, you just strive to be the best you. You no longer tolerate love without action or people not treating you as you should be treated. You no longer fall head over heels with people who give you attention. This go around, you fall for people who give you their time. You value constancy over charm, action over words, and strength over character over physical strength. By the time you hit your 40s, you realize that time is running out and you simply have no one none left to play games. At 40, we start learning how to truly love, accept, and embrace your truest self. I have no idea yet what my 50s and onward will bring. I only hope that it is a more peaceful and happy time for me. I'm a time to finally seize the day before the day seizes me. I'm actually very cool just because it is interesting to see how people are, feeling things, what they have experienced and what they have seen actually. And talking today is very difficult. Beautiful, I'm 19 and can't wait to enjoy every stage of life to come. Life is going to be incredibly interesting, and there's also actually some stages in my life that are going to come that are going to be really interesting. In October, there's going to be some hopefully amazing days, and up to this point, I just have to, I don't know, I really have to work on some things. I really have to work on my workout schedule because I really am fucking myself. And actually when I'm working, which is not the case at this point in time, it is difficult. It is even more difficult, and I have to kind of figure out how to do this best. Also because like when you work out, it is just not working out that just lets you generate the muscles per se. It does, but in the end, muscles grow when you're recovering, and I am not recovering enough, and this is something that I'm seeing and recognizing and noticing, also because I've had a very, very, very low pulse today, or pulse frequency, or whatever you call it in English, so that I've actually kind of been dizzy, and I wasn't able to concentrate. And the funny thing is, it's been a case for like just quite some time, and I don't know, I noticed this feeling. It is like when I'm very, very far into my fast, then I notice it particularly well. But yeah, it is fucked up. It's not that of a cool thing, and I also thought about just fasting 24 hours, but I don't think that I'm gonna do this because it's gonna fuck me even more. Today I learned during World War II, at her own insistency, an 18-year-old Queen Elizabeth II joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, or ATS, where she trained as a truck driver and mechanic. She remains the only woman in the royal family to have served in the military. That's a fucking cool thing. Today I learned Formula One driver Ayrton Senna once claimed he crashed because a wall moved. A team engineer humored him and checked the location of the crash and discovered Senna was telling the truth. Tire marks showed that someone had hit the wall block, causing it to tilt and protrude enough for Senna to hit it. That's a fucked up thing. Today I learned the ABBA's unique outfit style was due to a Sweden tax law that stated their costumes cannot be written off as a business deduction unless it is wild enough that it cannot be worn in public. Fuck that shit. That's insane. That really is insane. Today we're testing a new way to discuss political ads and announcement. First, some background. Okay, cool. Today I learned Freddie Mercury, upon releasing his only solo album in 1985, added special thanks to his Queen bandmates Brian, Roger and John for not interfering. Less than 3 months later, Queen performed their legendary live set at Wembley for Live 8. Let's see if there's Get motivated, which is an image. Some people won't love you no matter what you do, but some people won't stop loving you no matter what you do. Depression Comics. DepressionComics.com. You're Not Alone or copyright 2013 by whomever. I'm sorry for what? Everything. I'm actually gonna see the whole one. This is a bit depressing probably, but anyway. I'm not getting any better. Things aren't improving, and I'm giving nothing back to you. It feels like I'm using what little strength I have just to survive. That's it. Survive. I know it's hard, but thank you for surviving. Yes, thank you for surviving as well. If you're dealing with bad mental things, it's actually a pretty cool post. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for going through that. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for not doing dumb shit. And I know that you know what I mean. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the grind, and I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate your strength to just not lose it, but grab on it and hold on to it. And it's not that easy. It really is not. But you're still doing it, and this is something that I appreciate. After months of struggling with heartbreak and depression, followed by a focused attempt to change, I finally reached my goal of doing a pull-up. First, I wanted to start off by thanking everyone in this community. It's through your shared words and experiences that I found my happiness and motivation. This post might be lengthy, but I'm feeling very introspective, and I hope to reach some of you out there. I'm not going to read it just because I want to end the episode right now, because I already feel like I should. So yeah, I wish you the best health of happiness and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy. Basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. 3 other questions that I have you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions. I hope they're going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a fucking cool thing. The last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that we all can say something to another person that is indeed gonna change their life. We all can do that. Some of us recognize that, some of us don't, but we all can. And I just really truly want you to think about what you could say to somebody, whether it is somebody you know or somebody that you don't know, that is indeed gonna change their life. And therefore maybe even your own life. But yeah. I hope you're going to see you the next time. Bye-bye. And thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Please take care of your family and friends and yourself. And yeah, bye-bye.